Boo! Who that? Who that, baby? How dare you be in front of my car? How dare you? Who that for life? You hear me? Go Saints! Hate the Falcons. Hate them. Can't stand them. Let's go, Drew! Man, just seeing that just alone got my blood boiling, y'all. Got my blood boiling, y'all. Who did? Anyway, hi guys. How you guys doing? I'm actually headed to lunch. I got a date, y'all. It's actually Valentine's Day. And I'm heading to a date with someone that's not my wife. Yeah, can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe it? Yeah, we do things a little bit different over here at the LAVIGNE Live. You know what I'm talking about, Grapevines? Grapevine, what y'all do to celebrate Valentine's Day? Did y'all get some badootie? Did you get some flowers? Did you get some chocolates? What did you do to celebrate Valentine's Day? Or did you treat yourself to some ice cream? A carton? A whole carton? Did you have a whole carton to yourself? Did you go and like eat out at like a packed restaurant? You get some fast food? Y'all let me know. Leave a comment. Just updates. Good morning to y'all. Well, it's not morning, but like I said, I'm heading to lunch. The fam bam, you know, getting better and better. Each day is getting better and better. Jordan, my wife has been taking Jordan's temperature every other minute, making sure she don't get to that 103 temperature. She's at 102. She stayed in her own bed last night, per her request. She's a big girl. She didn't want to stay in mommy daddy's bed. Praise God. Because I don't like churning in my bed. No Michael Jackson. Too soon? But other than that, what else been going on? Got some work done this morning. Got up, crack of dawn. You know what I'm talking about? Well, before the crack of dawn. That's how I usually do. What time y'all wake up? Y'all sleep in? I think a lot of people get up because they gotta go to work or school. But if you have a day off, what time do you wake up? Even on a day off, I like waking up early. Getting a jump start to my day. And I love the peace and quiet in the house, y'all. Especially with little kids. It's gold when you get that silence. And my wife, she's, resting. She needs her rest. Because we still counting down every day until we could get that phone call. I know it's going to happen soon. I believe it. I have faith. I ain't tripping. It's going to happen. We'll get that phone call. They be like, all right, we need y'all to come in next week. Surgery. And I'm going to come on this camera like, wow, we about to get surgery. Yeah, get the titties out. Get them titties out. Get them titties out. That's how I'm going to be, y'all. I'm going to be like, ooh, praise God. Yes. The day I've been waiting for, I get a whole new wife, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm a wild out. Y'all think I go crazy with Saints games. I'm gonna go crazy when my wife get her breast titty implants explanted. Get them joints out, get that plastic out. And y'all, if you're a young girl, man, you thinking about getting, don't do it. Like, coming from a man, don't do it. Stay natural. Ain't nothing like some natural titties. God bless you, y'all. I love y'all. So I made it hit a masa. Yes, masa. Look who's playing on the TV, y'all. Saints versus Falcons. What's going on, yo? Oh, who that? That's crazy, right?
My love bug. Chair Bear. I love you. Come here, I can't hear you.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mommy.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day. I love you, my lovey. My sweet boy. Finally in, y'all, after like 3 hours. He was like, Mommy, can you come close to protect me? I said, of course, my lover. My Valentine. And watching...
It's going to be protect.
Protect?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not protect?
Sometimes I say protect, and sometimes I say protect.
So they're both right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
0%, that's so bad.
All right, y'all. So I'm just leaving my lunch date. Met with a good friend of mine. and heading home, and my wife contacted me and told me that I have to head back home because Jerry has to go to the emergency room.
Oh no!
Because he's running a fever, and with him having a history of having a low white blood cell count, it's been recommended that they go in. So as soon as I make it home, I'm hopping out, putting the car seat in, and they gonna head on out to get him IV'd and taken care of. So yeah, when it rains, it pours. But it's important, y'all, if you're watching. I know, might be a joke going around that, we just live in the hospital, and I've joked, oh yeah, we should just, rent space in the hospital because we're always there. But I know this is not us. It's not our family. It's not how we're going to continue to be for a long period of time. It's just a season, an ongoing season. It may seem like forever, or it seems like every video, but it's not. We have examples of years and years of videos that we've put up where we've just been healthy and fine. So I'm not going to let this become me and my family's identity. I speak for my whole family, and I speak health and healing over my family in Jesus' name. And everything will always turn out right because I know He's our source. And He doesn't co-sign all this sickness and health issues. So just remain calm, remain patient, remain prayed up, grapevines. Constantly stay strong in your own personal life and with us. Everything's gonna be all right. We love y'all. Today's Valentine's Day, so it's a reminder to tell people that are in your life that you haven't talked to or told in a while. Tell them you love them. And if Valentine's is what you need to remind you to love on your loved ones, hey, I'm with it. Make sure you tell them you love them tomorrow too.
So they tested him for strep and the flu, and we're waiting on those results, and then I guess from there they're gonna see if they're going to run any blood work or anything on him. But yeah, we've been in here for almost 5 hours, so yeah, y'all. Oh no, not 5 actually, wait. I can't even do math right. 4 hours. 4 hours. You okay, Jared?
Yeah.
They gave him a red popsicle. That's why his lips are kind of red. Was it yummy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Oh, man. I'll keep y'all posted and updated once the results come. We're watching, what is this, Paw Patrol?
Yes.
Yes, we're watching Paw Patrol.
What are we going to do when the doctors come?
Hopefully leave. I'm kind of frustrated, but I'll tell y'all,
Or
later,
we can
not
just
around
leave.
my little Jared. What, honey?
Or we can just leave.
Yeah, you want to leave?
Yes.
Yeah, me too, baby.
We need to leave because no doctors are coming.
They leave, they come in and they leave because they go and run your test. Aren't they so nice though?
Yeah.
They're all nice to you. Yeah.
What is that?
Very friendly doctors here, and nurses. But yeah, y'all, I'm just waiting. I'll keep y'all posted in a few to share basically everything and why we're here, and yeah.
Can we just leave?
Look at my bugs. Whew, yo, he hot though. There are over 103 bugs.
So I think it's that really like us.
Yeah, we gotta clean your nails, boy. You gotta clean your nails, bubbles. Look at the butterflies at the top and the sky. It's so beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like God's artwork.
That butterfly.
Yeah. Hey guys. So, fast forward like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours later. Not even 5 actually, it's probably like 6 hours later. And I was thinking of just not even bringing it up, just stopping it at the few clips I did at the ER. But I guess I'll share my frustration. Heating up some soup, some dinner, because didn't have time to eat. We were in the ER all day. And 1 second, Jordan. Yes, baby? Sure. So I was in there.
Hey, babe.
Hey, honey.
Long time no see.
Yeah, so I spent the ER with my Valentine, my little Jer, for Valentine's Day. And I'm really
How
frustrated.
romantic. Everybody been asking me like, why you texting me? Like, you supposed to be with D? You're not doing anything for D? I'm like, no, we're not celebrating it. We don't.
Oh, really?
Just people just texting me, and I'm forgetting what day it is. And I'm just hitting people up like, hey, what's going on? How's everything going? It was like, you're not doing anything today?
They all booed up.
I wonder why I'm not booed up.
So yeah, let me just give you all the backstory. Y'all know Jordan has had a fever. She still has it, but today is actually a huge improvement since the last 3 days. She's been just bedridden, resting, taking her medicine. We've been rotating children's Tylenol and ibuprofen, and she's been taking her vitamin D, and I checked her temperature earlier and it was down. It's still low fever, but very low, and as you can see, she's like played, like she's just, I could tell she's doing much better today. Jerry today was like, Mommy, I'm not feeling well, I need to go rest. And he's been having runny nose and coughing, which the weather here has been crazy, so it's nothing like out of the norm. And then also, you know, his sister has been sick, so I figured, oh, he's probably catching what Jordan had. So I go and take his temperature, and it is 103. And then at the ER, it gets to a little over 103. And so I call his hematologist because that's something that they stress every single month that we go to see them, because they check his blood every month because his white blood cell count is low. So they say it's really important. We need to monitor his white blood cell count. And the last time we went, I told you guys, the results aren't back yet because it takes like 4 to 6 weeks. Another additional test that they ran to see if it was like maybe genetics or something, because he has African American in him, and she was saying maybe that's why. So anyways, I call the hematologist because they're like, make sure if he has a fever, even if it's 100, you need to call us so he can come in right away. And I'm like, okay, I'll call. And I was telling them, I told the nurse, and I was like, okay, so he has a fever, but you know, his sister has a fever, so I'm thinking he just caught it from his sister. And you know, I have the medicine already because we've been giving it to Jordan for 3 days, and she's actually feeling a lot better today, so can I just do that? And they were like, no. You need to take him to the emergency room immediately because his white blood cell count is low already, and his body may not be strong enough to fight off infection since his white blood cell count is low. And I was like, okay. I was like, even if I reiterated, I was like, even because, and I'm not concerned because I really feel like he just got it from his sister. Like I have it right now. And so we take him to the ER. We wait for like 2.5 hours, and it's raining hard. The weather sucks, which is why I kind of was trying to just keep him home, but they were like very adamant. They're like, we're calling the ER and we're gonna let them know that you're on your way there. You're not gonna have to wait long at all. We waited like 2 hours to just be like, go in the room, and then we waited another like hour. And then we go in there, and you know, they bring us back to like the I guess there's like different zones in the hospital, and I was like, we're passing out buku zones, and I'm like, what do the zones mean? You know, like I'm like getting nervous because it's like everyone, I don't know, just after getting off the phone with the nurse. And she's like, oh, this zone that you guys are in, it's like not the mild one, but it's like the moderate, so it's not like the worst one. And I'm like, okay. And so they check his vitals. It's a little over 103. They're like, well, do you want to give him some like ibuprofen, Tylenol? And I'm like, well, you know, he hasn't had that medicine. He's usually just does vitamin D3 and black elderberry. He hasn't had a fever in years. I know I'm talking y'all's head off, but you know what? I just got to vent because this was literally my entire Valentine's Day. Even though I don't like celebrate Valentine's Day, I would have loved to just like spend time with my husband. But anyways, back to the story. So, where was I? So yeah, they check his temp. They're like, yeah, you have a fever. And I'm like, yeah, he does. So, you know, and then the doctor comes in and he looks at him and he's like, okay, so do you want to give him like Tylenol and ibuprofen? And I'm like, yes, I have that at home and that's what I wanted to do. That was my plan. But the hematologist told me that I had to go to the ER. I had to. And then I was like, they should have sent over his paperwork because I explained the white blood cell count. It took them like 30 minutes to even locate his paperwork, his files, because registration put his name in wrong, or like they didn't put it in wrong, but they didn't add the third. So then they finally found the paperwork, and he was like, well, he's like, you know, just because he has a low white blood cell count doesn't mean that his body can't fight off infection. And I'm like, well, that's not what they told me, and that's why I'm here. And so they tested him. He was like, I'm pretty sure he just has the flu or strep. So they swabbed his throat and did the thing up his nose. That took about an hour to get back. Maybe I'm actually being generous. It probably took a little longer than that. He came back in and he said both came back negative. And he was like, but he looks, you know, he looks pretty fine. And I think he said that because even my son was like, he told the doctor, and I kind of laughed. I got my laugh for the day. He was like, can we go now? You're wasting my time. Or no, not him. You're wasting. He's like, we're wasting time. And he was looking at me. And the doctor laughed. And he was like, yeah, so I don't recommend we do blood work or anything on him because I don't want to put him through that and I don't feel like he needs it. And I was like, okay, so I literally just came, the hematologist rushed me to the ER for y'all to give him some children's Tylenol, which I had at home. And so yeah, that's basically what happened. He was like, we could run additional tests. He was like, but I really don't think he needs it, and you'll be in here for a couple more hours. And if he said a couple more hours, that means like 4 to 5 hours, because they said the results for the other stuff would come back fast, and it didn't. So yeah, y'all, I'm usually really, I don't really blame the doctor in the ER, like, and the old me would call his hematology doctor tomorrow and complain, but I'm not gonna do that. But I think it's fair for me to call and literally ask really like logical questions, like why was I forced to go to the ER just for them to give my child children's Tylenol? And why did I waste my time and my money? And all day, literally all day, when I could have kept him home. I feel like bringing him to the ER even made him more sick because there's nothing but germs in there and a bunch of other like sicknesses everywhere. So yeah, This was a long rant. This is like 10 minutes long. Hopefully, babe, I don't know, you may cut some of it.
No.
But, yeah. And you know what, y'all? Another note, like, I was so tempted to keep him home anyways. But the hematology people, they must have, like, read my energy. They called me back and was like, hey, I just want to touch base. We sent everything over. They're expecting you, so please make sure you go right away. Because at first I was like, yeah, I'm going to go in a couple, is it okay if I go in a couple hours just to like monitor him? And AKA I was also waiting for my husband to Jerry to get home. But she was like, no, you need to go as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow and just see like where's the disconnect here. Like one doctor doesn't think it's a big deal. And then like, you know, emergency rooms ain't cheap, you know, like, so I just don't understand. I'm really, really frustrated. And I saw a comment also I wanted to address because your girl just frustrated, so I'm gonna just let it all out. Lastly, saying, oh, calling me something because I brought Jordan to a doctor's appointment because she had a fever, and every kid has fevers. What y'all don't know is, or y'all actually do know if you watch consecutively, Jordan had an eye infection and ear infection in both ears, and I wasn't necessarily bringing her in for a fever. I obviously know how to treat a child that has a fever. It's not the first time that they had one, and it probably won't be the last, but I had a feeling that the fever was probably brought on because one of the ear infections was either still infected or both didn't go away, and that's exactly why we went, because I need new antibiotics for her to clear out her ear infection. So a couple weeks ago, both of them were infected. One was healed, the other one just was still there. And that's why I brought her to the doctor, because I needed more antibiotics, because I just had a feeling that she probably still had an ear infection, which is why the fever was brought on. So yeah. Anyways, rant over. The soup is ready for my kids to eat dinner. Luckily, I made soup earlier because I don't have time to cook a full blown out meal since I wasted my time and money in the ER. And I gave Jerry some meds right over there. And yeah, and also y'all, I had so much to do today too. I had a video that was due tomorrow, and I don't know, maybe I'll wake up really, really early to get that done, but Jerry will have to spend hours editing it. And what else? Yeah, fun! Happy Heart Day!